Hello YouTubers and welcome to Novus Talks with me, your host Novus Corbis. And in this video we're going to be doing a review of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for Nintendo Switch, the final game in the Super Smash Bros. Series. I say it like that because every game after Melee, Sakurai has claimed, will be the final one. But to be fair, this time it actually seems like that is the case because the whole marketing behind this game and the fact that you can't really top a game like this. So, plus Nintendo have DLC planned for this game, like right up until like next year, June of next year. So, they seem to want to keep this game around for a long time. Anyways, to the actual game itself, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was announced in, I think it was March 3rd. That was the direct of 2018. 30-second teaser, just like Bayonetta, just like Metroid. Then it was fully shown at E3, and basically every direct after that was solely about this game. Everyone was no longer debating about whether the Ice Climbers or Snake or Game & Watch or whatever will come back, because now everyone is back. Every character and every stage from the Super Smash Bros. Series is now back in this game, along with a few new ones, and I suspect there will be more in the DLC. They even brought back a story mode, which I'll get into first. So yeah, it definitely seems like with all of that, this is the last game because you can't really beat that. What else can you do except making it bigger? And then it's not really the ultimate one anymore, is it? Anyways, to the actual game. I'll start off with the story mode because that seems to be the most new thing with the most new features. The story mode, called World of Light, is doing only the second story mode ever in the series. And it basically opens up with what you see in the trailer. All the characters on the cliff, and then there's this being called Galeem who's coming down. And he basically just annihilates everyone and turns them into spirits. And the story mode is Kirby's the only survivor, so you play as Kirby. And you're basically fighting each spirits and spirit fighters to actually unlock new fighters to progress and defeat Galeem. That is it. That's all there is to the story. Super Smash Bros. Brawl's Subspace Emissary. There was actual levels, actual enemies, and unique bosses to fight. This does not have that. There are bosses, but they're bosses from other games. There's Giga Bowser, there's Ganon from Ocarina of Time, there's Rathalos from Monster Hunter, there's... Actually, they did brought back Gallium from Brawl, that weird Transformer tank thing. So there are bosses in this game. Even Dracula is a boss in this game, weirdly enough. But other than that, there's nothing. You fight spirits along a linear pathway, get two bosses, break Galeem's shield, and then actually fight him. It was really exhausting. I felt worn out after doing that. So when I got to Galeem, I was actually really happy to get to Galeem because I was like, I was looking forward to the fight. And the fight was awesome. The fight was really awesome and fun. He was reasonably challenging. And then I beat him and... that wasn't it, wasn't it? This other being called Darkon shows up and... yeah, you go into the Dark World and you have to do the same thing all over again. Except this time it's worse because you can't see where he is, and so you're just stumbling around this Dark World hoping you fight the bosses. You're on the pathway to the bosses so you can actually get straight to Darkon. And that's just so annoying and tedious and frustrating, and it actually takes away from the experience because you just want to get it over and done with. I try to beat this in like one sitting each time. You know, I played it for like hours each day, but it's not recommended. Like, play this like once and then play it a couple of weeks later because it's exhausting. And then you defeat Darkon, so what's next? You have to do it a third time. You go into some sort of mixed dark and light world, and then you have to fight both of them. But first you fight Master Hand and Crazy Hand, and to be fair, this is where the story mode actually gets good. You fight all the characters of the game as Master Hand, and you know, if they could do that, it makes me wonder why Master Hand wasn't just in the roster anyway. But anyway, you make you go through one final pretty epic obstacle course of a level, fighting characters, a giant boss rush, and then you fight both Galeem and Darkon. And that's really it. Even the ending is just the spirits going off into space. I don't know what it's supposed to signal or anything. Um, yeah, the story is exhausting. I do not recommend playing through it as quickly as possible. It's the most exhausting story mode I've ever played in a game. It's not fun. The spirits, which is the gimmick of it, you fight against characters. Like example, you'll fight against Mario, who has uh, Koopa Troopa as a spirit, and a Koopa, which will fall into one of four ranks, will change the some of the things about the battle, and you need your own spirit to combat that and make things even. After the first 100 times, that just gets boring because you start getting spirits that are so strong in one specific category that you don't even need to switch them out because you're so OP. And that's just annoying. Even the smallest bit of strategy is just taken out of it and it just becomes boring and worn out. You can play as them in brawling mode, but let's face it, I don't think anyone ever does that. So basically, the spirits, which are just basically trophies and stickers from the previous games, are useless. They were just there for the story mode and were pretty badly done, to be honest. As for the actual brawling mode, what can I say? It's exactly as before, except the controls are fucking horrendous in this game. Dear God, the controls. I don't think they knew what you can customize your controls, but it's kind of fruitless in the end because the game is so finicky. It doesn't work out. So I've had weird instances where I'm playing and I can't use a certain attack, and so I lose many matches because I can't use my attacks for some reason. It's not that there's a spirit or anything stopping me, just the game doesn't let me use those attacks. Also, playing multiplayer is really awkward with the Joy-Cons, but I suppose that's the same with Mario Kart or other games. It just that takes getting used to. But the controls are just awful, and trying to grab and shield has cost me many matches as well because you just want to use those attacks but you can't because the buttons and response time don't work evenly. Then the actual fighters themselves, Ridley was disappointingly pathetic. He has 2 attacks and he's weak as shit. That's it. I was disappointed with that. Other characters then, like Solid Snake, have been given so much of a boost that they can literally almost kill you in like one hit. And it's like, why is this so uneven? Why are there's in the story mode, Kirby was my main because he was so overpowered. His sword attack does so much damage that like there's no need for me to play as other characters because they're so weak in comparison. And this is really annoying because you want the characters to be balanced out and even, but some are just ridiculously powerful while others are pathetically weak. It's not fair at all. The classic mode, that's about the only thing enjoyable about this. That's fun to play through that and the different challenges that poses, but again, other than that, there's nothing else. Challengers approaching was actually made a lot easier because in this mode you can now replay matches after like a certain timer goes out and you can replay and refight those characters again, but you get the characters so quickly anyway. Like I got all 74 of them so quickly I didn't even realize I had them all. Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head if there is anything else other than that. The game is just, it's disappointing. You know, people say Super Smash Bros. Brawl was the worst one, and you know, that was my first game, so I would say I'm biased toward it, but I do agree, like, the gameplay elements of that are kind of bad in terms of the way you can slip and stuff, and attack seems slow. But this takes Brawl to a whole other level. Like, this is the worst one in the series, without a doubt. Ultimate's just, like, at least Brawl had a story mode, a multiplayer story mode that was fun, had its own levels, and was thought out. Ultimate does not have any of that. In fact, I almost feel, I begin to wonder if Ultimate was rushed in some way, because it was the only major first-party title that came out for the Switch last year, and it was announced so early in the year. You begin to wonder, like, because I think with the Wii U, Smash 4 came out like the third or fourth year of the Wii U's life, or second or third year, and that was perfectly fine. That was the best one out of them all. But this one, they just rushed like hell, and it's really bad as a result. I'm not sure what else to affect. Amiibos work with this game. Yeah, Ridley. I got a Ridley one. It's pretty cool. Not compatible with Metroid though for some reason. Amiibos are fucking useless with this game. They give you figure fighters, which are basically just fighters that you can upgrade. I don't understand this. I don't get why it's there, what purpose it serves. It's useless. You have Miis. Miis are back, and they're weak. They're really badly weak. So, yeah, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has nothing going for it. I'm trying to think of a positive for this game, but I just can't, because this game is just aggravating on every single level, and it's not fun. This game is not fun, because you're playing with friends and stuff, and your fucking controls go all wonky, and you lose a match out of like an unfair thing. This game is badly flawed, and they have DLC coming like right up till June of next year, so I'm sure maybe they'll fix something, but other than that, this game is terrible. This is like the worst one of the series. It's disappointing. Very disappointing. Out of 10, I would give it... I'm trying to be fair about it, but it's very difficult since there's not really any good things about this game. A 3. I have to give it a 3. There's nothing good to this game other than, music tracks, which are another thing I almost forgot. Really difficult to come by in this game. In Brawl, you unlocked them like that. They seem extremely difficult to unlock in this game for some reason. I don't know. So, this is the last one in the series, as I said earlier. And it's a shame to think the series is going to end with a game that's fucking terrible. But as a game that gives you all the fighters and all of that, you can appreciate that the series ends with a game that brings all the games together, or tries to, even if it does it pretty badly. So, yeah, I think that's about all I'll have to say about it. There's nothing else to say about this game. It's disappointing, and to be honest, it's not worth it at all. Smash 4, I'd say even Smash on the N64 was probably better than this. This game has nothing going for it. I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? I suspect you do, because this game has received quite a high critical response. Let me know what you think. Are you any good at this game? Who's your main character? Mine is Bayonetta and Dark Samus, because why not? Bayonetta because she's really powerful, and I just like Bayonetta anyway. Comment below, let me know what you think. Leave it there. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please subscribe. Nova Scorers out.